Helping Hand, how some Southern California small business owners can get some financial assistance. A wild wedding. Hear from the couple who got married just steps away from where former President Trump appeared in court to face criminal charges. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. More on those stories coming up in a moment. But first, the celebration of Passover is now underway. Those of the Jewish faith are commemorating the week-long holiday. This year, it comes amid statistics from the Anti-Defamation League showing anti-Semitic incidents on the rise. In 2021, they recorded 182 incidents in Los Angeles, Riverside, San Bernardino, and Kern counties. And then in 2022, that number increased to 237.
If you compare it just back to 2017, the number of anti-Semitic incidents have increased threefold, over 300%, from 84 to well over 200.
Just a couple of months ago, 2 Jewish men were shot leaving synagogues in the Pico Robertson neighborhood. A man was caught and charged with a hate crime, and anti-Semitic flyers were discovered in several neighborhoods late last year. History has been made here in Southern California. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy became the most senior elected official to meet with the Taiwanese president on American soil since the U.S. established diplomatic relations with Beijing. Well, the high-stakes meeting at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley was part of a growing effort by Taiwan to strengthen ties with the United States amid growing pressure from China, which claims the island as part of its territory. Chinese officials blasted McCarthy's sit-down as a provocation and stepped up its military presence around Taiwan.
The friendship between the people of Taiwan and America is a matter of profound importance to the free world. And it is critical to maintain economic freedom, peace, and regional stability.
The U.S. still officially recognizes Taiwan as part of the One China principle, but there have been more low-level meetings in recent years between Taiwanese and American officials under both the Trump and Biden administrations. Are you enjoying the dry and warmer weather? I sure am. Meteorologist Shauna Mendiola is here to let us know just how long it'll stick around.
Hi there, everybody. We're seeing temperatures warm up this weekend and stay dry because what's happening is we've got a ridge of high pressure that's setting up over Southern California. Jet stream controls the cool air to the north and warm air to the south, and we stay below the jet stream, so we stay dry and warm. Now, we have a little dip in temperatures for the end of the week because an area of low pressure to the north in the Bay Area will brush us, but it's only going to bring those temperatures down and increase our clouds. Otherwise, for the weekend, we've got to warm up again as that ridge of high pressure strengthens, so check out these numbers. As we head to Easter Sunday, we've got temperatures going up to the upper 70s and even some low 80s into the Valley and Inland Empire. Next week, we hold on to those 70s and we cool it down as we head to middle of next week. But so far, so good. No rain just yet.
I love that forecast. We have a warning for women in El Monte. There is a sexual assault suspect on the run, and police need your help finding him. Take a close look at this surveillance picture. Police say this man attacked a woman back on March 4th along Valley Boulevard and Allgaier Avenue. She was able to fight him off and escape, but neighbors we spoke with don't want to take any chances.
Wherever you are out there touching these people or doing bad things to these people, leave them alone. You're gonna get caught.
Well, if you have any information about what happened, please come forward because police think there could be more victims. A grand jury in Orange County has indicted a dermatologist for allegedly poisoning her husband. The 45-year-old doctor is accused of pouring liquid drain cleaner into her husband's tea over the course of several weeks. The district attorney says the husband set up cameras and caught these images after he began noticing a strange taste to the tea he drinks every day. Her husband also turned samples over to the Irvine Police Department, which were eventually tested by the FBI. The couple has been in a child custody dispute since last year. The doctor's arraignment is scheduled for April 18th. The city of LA is suing a freelance reporter and group of police critics demanding that they return photos of undercover LAPD officers. So this has to do with a public records request for a list of all LAPD officers and their photos. The city turned over the information, but then discovered they mistakenly included some officers who worked undercover. The new lawsuit demands that the recipients destroy the copies of the photos. The city of LA did remove the names and photos of some undercover officers before handing over that data. It has been 2 years since a dozen families in South LA lost their homes after a botched fireworks explosion by LAPD bomb squad. Their homes are still not repaired. 27 homes were damaged overall. During a community meeting Wednesday, the city said 15 were repaired, but 12 still need to be fixed. The families gathered to talk about the delays. As for repairs, some residents who have opted for their own contractors say it's the permit process that's causing all the problems.
The only thing we want is help with the permits, expedite them. Also to work as a team. We all want to come back home.
And we are committed to working with these homeowners, but they have to be willing to work with us.
Some residents say the work the city did in one of the damaged homes was not properly done. The city says they're working to fix the issues. Tourism is back in a big way, with more than half of Americans planning to travel this summer. But this year, visitors may face new fees, rules, and restrictions at some of the country's popular vacation spots. Lake Tahoe, one of my favorite spots, is one of those places. Known for its crystal blue waters and beautiful scenery, the area is also dealing with traffic congestion, crowded hiking paths, and trashed beaches. City leaders are working on a plan to protect their community.
A lot of resort destinations are doing something called destination stewardship plans. And at the heart of it, it's how do we take care of this beautiful place, but really leverage the power of tourism to help not only our economy, but also our local residents, community, and the environment, which sustains all of this.
The city has already tightened restrictions on vacation rentals, enforced steep fines for noise, and they're considering other ideas. Manhattan Beach formally apologized to the Bruce family, who had their land taken from them back in the 1920s. At the time, the city took the land under the guise of eminent domain. The apology was approved this week at the city council meeting. LA County later took over the land and returned it to the Bruce family. Last year, the Bruces announced they would sell the land back to the county for nearly $20 million. Some local news for small business owners in San Gabriel. The city is renewing its Small Business Assistance Grant Program. Eligible businesses can receive $2,500, and those needing to relocate can receive up to $10,000. City Council member Denise Menchaca says that many businesses are still struggling financially.
We knew that there was a tremendous need out there because this is what our city is. That's the fabric of our city, the small business owners. Now we're 3 years later and we find that there's still a crisis. There's still a need.
Applications for both grants are now open. You can find more information about the application process on the City of San Gabriel's website. The Long Beach Animal Shelter is making an urgent call to the community. It's looking for families interested in adopting or fostering large dogs. The shelter is near critical capacity, so right now it has 102 dogs and only 99 kennels. Last month, the shelter had so many animals, they were looking at having to euthanize 10 dogs. Well, fortunately, they did not have to be put down. All were either fostered or adopted, but overcrowding persists and the shelter needs help.
There's a lot of owner surrenders happening and people can't afford housing. They're renters, so they can't bring their dogs with them. They're not allowed to have large dogs, or they can't afford the cost.
Throughout this month, the city and Animal Care Services will host pet adoption events with special incentives so the animals can find their forever homes. All right, for a newlywed couple in New York, their wedding took an unexpected turn after realizing former President Donald Trump was going to be in court just around the corner. Adam Harding from our sister station in New York has that story.
We thought that to some extent it was a funny situation, and we didn't hate the story that would come out of it.
Chandler Dean and his bride Carolina Trevino can laugh about it now. The high school sweethearts say they tied the knot Tuesday afternoon at the city clerk's office in Lower Manhattan. The couple saying "I do" only feet from where the former president was saying "not guilty."
We just took it in stride and saw a lot of humor in it.
Yeah, it was definitely chaotic, but not so much so that we couldn't get in.
So how close are we talking? Well, this right here is where the office of the city clerk is here in Lower Manhattan. Just go right down the street, turn the corner right here. This is where the former president made his first court appearance. There was a sea of protesters and a whole lot of cameras.
We finished the ceremony, and right as we walked out, someone said, Trump just got out. Trump just got out.
The two say they didn't plan for this, of course. They made their appointment back in March. They'll host a larger ceremony later this month in their home state of Texas.
We wanted to do the legal ceremony here in what we thought might be a more intimate and low-key circumstance.
But as we all know, this location, this moment in history, was anything but intimate or low-key.
I was a little nervous.
Short of a security scare amid the clashing protesters, they simply did not want to reschedule their special day.
To us, like, it was a way that made the day a little bit more memorable.
And if anything, people were just like, I think, delighted at the fact that despite the chaos, love continues on.
Yeah, like who cares? It's New York. There's something happening here every day.
A Powerball winner from Fontana is coming forward to claim his prize, and get this, he was only one number away from winning $600 million, but he's still walking away with $4 million. Winning might be new to Misael Cruz, but playing the numbers isn't. He plays often, but only checks the tickets every few weeks or so. This time it was a text from his son telling him to check his ticket, and now he has 4 million reasons to be glad he did. Cruz says he will use the money to keep helping people and says his new millionaire status will not stop him from looking for a bargain. I know that's right. I love a good deal and a good bargain too. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.